So today I just wanted to take a quick look at the 2010 German film We Are the Night. Definitely a very beautiful film. It definitely caught my attention right from the beginning. Just the opening credits, where you see the women changing throughout the various time periods. We also have just kind of this ethereal type music playing where it definitely does seem to come from a different era. It sounds like it has sort of a sense of longing to it, but it's very beautiful. And then we move into this odd scene where we have all of this death on a jet. We discover that a band of vampire women have murdered the crew, and that same song which carried us from the credits now becomes sort of a song of lamentation, I guess you could say. It definitely transitions well with what's depicted on the screen, which I think it's awesome. It definitely adds to the imagery in both scenarios and does not take from it. We have the lead vampiress, Louise, who even in the opening credits of the film basically just states that she's been looking for this one person over numerous centuries, just this one person that she cares about, and we later discover that this person is the one responsible for having turned her into a vampire, and this person also just died centuries ago by sunset on the beach, which is totally romantic. But she's been in search of this person. Supposedly it's left a void in her, and in the meantime it hasn't stopped her from biting other women and taking other women into her, I wouldn't say coven, but somewhat of her gathering. We have Lena, who is just, I guess you could say, just a total loser and a junkie. She is brought into this group because supposedly she is the person that Louise has been looking for this entire time, and I don't know if it was just done intentionally, also just kind of the whole pretending it was meant to be thing by the fact that their names sound so similar or end in similar letters. Obviously, Lena wants her life back and really has no interest in Louise, which, you know, it happens. That's why you should always ask before you bite someone what their interests are. But she has actually fallen in love with the police officer who was trying to arrest her early on in the film. Honestly, even though they are the main characters, they really do not interest me. I could care less about them. The one character that caught my interest the most was Charlotte, who was a silent film era starlet who was taken from her family the night of one of her film's premiere, and she has pretty much kept within that 1920s era style of clothing. Even though she has entered the modern era, she does have an iPod, but she listens to her operas, her classical music, she reads her classical books, so she's, I guess you could say, not necessarily stuck within the time period that she was taken from, but it's more, she's mourning what was taken from her. She's very melancholy about what was lost. We later in the film discover that I believe she had a 2-year-old daughter when she was taken, and there are instances in the film where you do see that she still misses and cares about her daughter. There's a scene in the film where the women are just running around shopping, just doing a total girls' night type thing, and Charlotte, instead of picking out new handbags or shoes or whatever, is looking at little baby booties, which are taken away from her by Louise. So it is definitely obvious that she wants her life back and she can't have it. She's learned to deal with being a vampire, and, you know, obviously she's accepted what she now is, but she still misses who she was. And in my opinion, she was the most fleshed out or detailed character out of everyone. I could have cared less what everyone else's deal was. It was Charlotte throughout the entire film that held my interest. Also, what I thought was interesting is the way the film was handled or shot to a degree. It made me feel, or it gave me the impression that it was directed by a woman, and this actually has a male director. So he obviously really understood the source material and he understood the target audience. He does not fail on that one bit, and it's just such an excellent film. Even the music scenes during the shopping spree, where everything's just so energetic, it's very electronic. It really transitions well throughout various scenes within that montage. So it was definitely a very well done movie. Louise wasted all these centuries looking for the love of her life, and she takes Lena, who is a person who has not learned to love herself until after she's become a vampire, and she in turn finds someone that she actually does love and care about, who is not Louise. And that does make for somewhat of a messy ending. I won't spoil that for you guys. I'm sure most of you have already seen We Are the Night, but it is just such an awesome movie. It's definitely well worth another watch. But that is pretty much all I have for you on this film, and I will talk to you later.